Monday night, people talking sports. Anthony, how you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm excellent.
I mean, Jordan Speith wins the Open.
The Open.
You're a big golf guy.
Yeah. No.
You don't like golf?
No, not really, man.
I don't watch that much either.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is big. Jordan Speith, you know, I actually heard he reached out to Tiger Woods to ask for advice.
Oh.
And Tiger said, always clear your web browser and have a strong passcode in your phone.
Oh, wow, very specific advice.
Yeah, but it worked out.
It's true, he did win.
Winner to winner. I mean, this is a big. I mean, we have a new writer.
Yeah, man, this is huge.
We're moving on up.
Yeah.
The beautiful and luxurious Stavy baby.
Awesome. Woo!
Yes.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stavy baby. The clapping didn't really catch on here. That was a golf clap. But, I mean, this is big.
Yeah,
Second writer. Have you guys been following the Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Crazy.
Yeah, we hired a second writer. We kind of wanted a different point of view here. That was the point.
You got it, boss.
Okay. Well, we'll figure this out. We got a big show. We got Darryl Strawberry here. That's a huge guest.
Darryl.
Let's do it again. It's Darryl.
Darryl.
That's close enough. We got a great people talking sports coming up. You're not going to want to miss this. Coming up next with Darryl Strawberry. I'm joined by the great Darryl Strawberry on People Talking Sports. Darryl, thanks for joining us, man.
Well, thanks for having me, Sam. I appreciate it.
I enjoyed you for two stages of your career. I was a little young on your Mets run, but when you came to the Yankees later, I was excited because I knew I was getting a big bat on my team. You know, I mean, you were clutch on that team.
Well, thanks. I mean, it was a fun team. It was an easy team to play for. All I had to do was really just fit in and play a part, play a role, and just a little piece. You know, I always call it. And my early days, it was always playing every day, so it was always fun in my early days playing with the Mets too.
How old were you when the Mets drafted you? How old were you?
I was 18 coming out of high school. I was coming out of Crenshaw High. I remember they came and got me out of class and told me I was drafted by the New York Mets. I was like, where the heck is New York at?
You had a very different high school experience than I did. No one ever knocked on my door with that type of news. That was such a crazy team. That was such a wild team.
The thing about it is we knew we could win. We were real crazy, but it was good crazy because New York needed some excitement. And people came out to the ballpark to really see us play. And I think what was good about us is that we really love the fans, I think, as players, and we really love that energy in the ballpark that really made a difference of how we played the game.
That's cool. You talk about you guys were kind of like a wild bunch. You know what I loved about your team is it felt like you guys were on performance unenhancing drugs and still winning. Now these teams they're cheating, you know. And you guys, like I see you and it's like a guy who you guys all partied and you're hitting home runs. I'm hungover. I can't make it to the bagel store. You know, it's amazing.
Well, back in the '80s was pretty cool. You were allowed to party and hang out all night and chase women, so that was just a normal thing for us. We didn't get a lot of rest. We liked the girls, we liked to party, and we liked to fight. We liked to be in bars and have bar fights, and we come to the ballpark. And
what was that? What were bar fights like with the Mets? Where they're like, dude, don't fight. He's Darryl Strawberry. No one said that today. I just felt your hand shake, and I was like, I would never, ever.
Well, that's the chance people take. They don't realize, they don't realize how strong we really are. They just see us in the uniform and they think, oh, I could take him.
Right.
And they don't realize that we're pretty strong and athletic in all areas, and one punch probably would knock you out. It's just one of those things. So, but I never really had to do that in the bar, and I'm thankful for that. I mean, I've done a lot of knockouts on the field. But
I think of Armando Benitez.
That was part
of it. You just missed.
Yeah, no, I hit him, but I fell into the dugout. It was pretty cool, but it's
So when you hit Benitez and you're in the dugout, the camera just goes out after that. So
yes.
If people don't know what I'm talking about, they bean Tino Martinez. No one hits Tino. That's what we thought as fans. You don't hit Tino.
Well, I mean, Benitez needed to suck it up. He gave up a grand slam to Bernie.
Right.
Then he drills Tino right in the back, and then he looks over in our dugout and tell us to come on. It's like, oh, this guy must be really crazy. He really wants a beat down. So
Graham Lloyd, you guys were all ready, man.
Yeah, we got into the dugout, and the Swan got into the dugout, and Joe Torre had to pull me out of the dugout. I was in there fighting everybody. It was just like. was like a crazy night.
You played really in only big markets. You played for the Mets, the Giants, the Dodgers. What was living in LA like?
LA's different, you know. LA's more of a Hollywood city. You know, New York is more of a place where they're passionate about their sports. You know, playing in LA and going back home and seeing the people come late and leave early. That never happens in New York. You know, people are in tune about their teams and the sports in New York, and I think LA is more of a fashion type of place.
For sure. But you're dressed very well today. You walked in, I was like, oh my God, he's together, you know?
Well, of course, you got to be together. You're going on TV to do an interview. You just, but you want me to come in my pajamas and?
That's true. That would be weird if he
it'd be like if I came in my PJs, you'd be like, oh my God, what's wrong with him?
You really had these great years with the Mets and the Yankees. Do you think of yourself more as a Met or as a Yankee?
I'm a New Yorker.
You're a New Yorker.
Yeah, I'm a true New Yorker. I love New York. I love New York fans. I love the people of New York. I love everything about what New York stands for. A lot of guys really talk about they want to play in New York and want to come here, but can you handle the pressure of playing in New York? And a lot of guys can't. I was able to play here, you know, most of my career and be able to handle the pressure because the media is going to be the media.
For sure. And
they're not fake news.
You rose through, you know, a lot of challenges, you know, you bounced back. And I think you're a great story because you went through your struggles, but you came out on top.
Yeah, I came out on top. You know, that's the thing about playing in New York. It teaches you so much about never quitting. New York really taught me, you know, you're going to have to stand up and be a man. You're going to have to deal with the pressure. You're going to have to deal with the media. And it's just part of it. When you learn that it's part of it and you learn not to take it personal, then you got a better chance of winning in anything that you do when you don't take it personal.
And you won a lot.
Yeah, I won a lot. I was very fortunate, you know, to win 4 championships, be on some great Yankee teams, some great Met teams. Like I said, if you want to play here, you got to be able to have tough skin and you got to be able to take the booing. You're a ball player and you know you're going to go through some hard times, and that's part of it. And when you learn going through the hard times, the fans are here to let you know and give it to you to let you know you're better than that. And that's what I always received from them. That when they were born me and things were negative, I always believed they were saying you're better than that. Now show up and play like you can. And that's a great way to be able to show up and play, because when they were booing me, then I hit a couple off the scoreboard and they wanted me to come out for a curtain call and I wouldn't come out. So it was always fun. It was always fun to play this game, but they love you so much, and you have to be grateful at that as a player, you know, that the fans do truly love you.
Darryl.
Yeah, they follow me everywhere I go.
Darryl.
We're back with People Talking Sports. We have an amazing show. He's part of baseball's 30-30 Club, and I was once denied access to Jay-Z's 40-40 Club. He ate it all weekend at a casino, and I'm not talking about the buffet. Anthony DeVito. And he's thick, he's Greek, he's like Chobani yogurt. Stavros Halkias.
Thank you, Sam, yeah. Oh, man, I just want to say I'm so thrilled. Darryl, it's a big honor, but you really brought, I'm a Baltimore guy. You broke my heart in '96, man.
Baltimore?
Yeah, the Orioles.
What is Baltimore? Oh, Orioles.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of a dig, Strawberry?
You don't even remember? Come on, man. I was
that's a city,
You're bringing me back,
Yeah.
Bringing me back a little bit.
Yeah, you hit those 3 home runs, Game 5.
Yes.
As a fat child, you really broke my heart. But I did like that your name was a food. You know what I mean? I did like the strawberry. That's
You like the fruit. You like a little whipped cream, too?
Oh, 100%. Chocolate covered. Yeah. Not just whipped cream. Yeah.
Maybe I can whip you up some strawberry with whipped cream and a little chocolate.
I'd love it. Yeah. That'd be a
I'm
good
the chocolate part, but we just need the whipped cream and strawberry.
He's not eating the fruit. Come on.
Yeah. You know what? Let's talk.
I feel like you guys are flirting.
All right. We got a huge first story. Everyone's disappointed. Michael Phelps raced a shark. This was billed as this huge thing on Discovery Channel, and then at the end of the week, it turns out that Darryl.
I didn't race a shark.
You didn't race a shark.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps, he's not even in the tank at the shark at the same time. They
What?
just had a shark and then him.
Oh, that's
Which, by the way, that
crazy.
would have been a good punishment for Ryan Lochte, I think, for Line in Rio. They're like, if you can outrun this shark, then we forgive you.
Yeah.
I kind of look like Michael Phelps if he never found a talent, I feel like.
You introduce animals, into the Olympics. This is the first step into doing that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
representing the U.S. in the luge, a terrified cat.
Do you watch it? Do you watch Discovery Channel? Do you watch any of this stuff?
Not really. Every now and then.
Yeah.
They have some pretty good stories on there.
What's on the Darryl TiVo? What do you watch?
I really don't watch sports that much. I don't really like baseball at all.
Really?
Yeah, I played for 17 years in the major leagues. It's like over it. And what I really watch, I watch my kids. I travel around and watch my kids.
Oh, cool.
My son plays basketball at Mercer. My daughter just finished UConn for volleyball. So it's good to watch your kids. You can just sit there and actually just be a dad. You don't have to be a fan. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to yell at the referees or anything like that. Just kind of hang out and watch them play.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you can do that. We can't watch kids. We don't have Kyrie Irving demands a trade, or requests. We don't know if he demanded it. He requested a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers, easily the best team in the East, and he wants out. He wants to either be the guy or he wants, to prepare for LeBron's departure next season.
Right.
We don't know what this is, but I mean, this is big stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I loved his list of the places he wants to go. It's like Miami
Yeah.
was on the list. It's like anytime you can stop playing with the greatest player of his generation to play with Kelly Olynyk, you have to take that opportunity. Cross court no look passes from LeBron, no thank you. I want to get my rebounding numbers up when Olynyk misses finger rolls. You know what I mean? Like
I
that.
want to be hurt in practice.
Yeah.
This is weird though. I mean, you're a 4-time champion. Kyrie's made the finals the last 3 years. Would you leave a situation if maybe he's not getting enough touches, he's not happy with it? That's one of the rumors. I mean, do you leave a good situation like this?
No, you don't leave a good situation. Who would not want to play with the best player in the game, regardless of what people say about LeBron? To me, LeBron is the best player.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
definitely.
there's no question about it. I mean, a guy that doesn't have all the pieces like everybody else. Yeah, of course, Golden State won, because they had all the pieces.
Right,
Yeah, I
that's
mean, you had pieces before, and then you go out and get a guy like Kevin Durant.
Right.
It
It's
makes it a lot easier for you to win a championship. But LeBron still gets to the final. He just needs a couple more pieces.
Well, sometimes people don't realize how good they have it. Like Anthony a few days ago decided to try to make his own sports show, and things did not go well for him. This is what Knicks fans have to hold on to. Things are, we got to stay upbeat. Kristaps Porzingis apparently liked a tweet that Kyrie Irving was wearing a Knicks jersey. It was Photoshopped. KP liked it. This is not an Instagram like. This is a Twitter like, which is worth more.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Real news.
Yeah.
No, dude, I love this move. I love it. This is like when the girl you have a crush on changes her relationship status to it's complicated, and you just hit that like. It's kind of a thirsty move, but you're just letting her know
Yeah.
you need a shoulder to cry on. I'm right here. I hope KP's like in Kyrie's DMs right now. I hope he's like, oh, dude, I can't believe how LeBron is taking you for granted. I would never treat you like
Dude,
that.
that sounds like you're starving for attention.
Oh, is that too much?
That's too much. That's a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit too
You gotta
much
play it
these days.
cool. I see.
You gotta
All
play
right.
it cool. You gotta play it a lot cooler than that. You just gotta
man.
let nobody. You gotta make sure everybody knows that you're not starving to be the man.
Coming across too thirsty, Darryl?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
All
Darryl,
right.
give
All right.
us, some tips here.
Yeah.
We're going to take out his Tinder. You see what you can do with it.
Yeah. Put me on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you should hit him with you look cute in orange and blue, LOL. Just hit him with a little winky face. What's wrong with that? A little emoji.
I like to.
It's all.
If Kyrie is like, he's like nervous about it, like keeping along that theme. If he's like, asking Mo Williams, and he's just like, do you think he's into me?
Who would you rather have in your outfield, Darryl Strawberry or Sam Morril?
I don't know who Sam Morril is.
I don't know Sam Morril.
Few do.
Oh, Darryl Strawberry. Is he even a baseball player? I've never heard of Sam. Who is Sam Morril?
Is that you?
Not as attractive as me, but still very sweet.
I'm an old timer. I don't know the new kids.
Woo, doggy. There's a poster of him right over there. Look there he is right there. He just popped up.
Darryl Strawberry. Curtis Granderson.
There's a third answer. This guy's a real maverick.
Darryl Strawberry because I met him. Well, Sam Morril, Darryl Strawberry is kind of old now. He mightn't be able to run as much.
Finally, somebody said Sam.
Very nice. That woman who didn't know who I was, my mother, unfortunately. So. Joe Ingles, I love this guy. He's going to donate a lot of his $52 million contract he just signed with the Jazz to underprivileged children. I think even he was not expecting $52 million. Yeah. I think he's like, I averaged 7 points a game last year. Yeah. I was prepared to live on $14 million, right? Most.
Yeah, anytime you can get a guy who looks like he calls traveling in a pickup game for $52 million, you got to do it. You know what I mean? He had 7, 2, and 2, or 3. It's like, I don't know. He just feels guilty, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
And he's 29. I think he's just like, at the end of this contract, when he's making $14 million to get dunked on, he's just going to be like, hey, Utah, remember all the charity stuff? You know, like that's his move. But also, I read that article, and he said he's going to donate it's to Utah and then Australia. Weirdly, it's like, how bad is the worst neighborhood in Utah and Australia? Do you know what I mean? What happens in Utah? Are you getting robbed on a ski lift? I don't know. Like,
you know what's cool about Joe Ingles? When he first came to the NBA, he got his wife, I guess, is also an athlete in Australia, a big athlete, and he flies to the Clippers to get drafted because they signed him. The Clippers pick him up. It's a long flight from Australia. He lands. He finds out they have cut him in the time. They find out they have cut him in the time he got picked up on the flight. His wife lands like a few hours after him to congratulate him, and he goes, "We got cut." And then he gets picked up as he's hanging out in LA for 3 days, he gets picked up by Utah. So I think it's cool. It's a cool story that he gets paid by Utah. He is a good player. He doesn't have the numbers, but he's a good team player, solid defender. It's a good story.
I like his game. I watched him in Utah. I think he's a good player. Most NBA players, from what I understand, donate to charity. Just a stripper in Miami named Charity.
That is true. And you know, there's a great charity, I don't know if Joe Ingles knows of it, but it's for underpaid regional sports hosts.
Help a brother out, huh?
Flavor Flav says he's still in possession of O.J. Simpson's famous statue of himself, and he will gladly give it back to his old friend. However, if Simpson accepts Flav's offer, Fred Goldman could get a judge to force O.J. to sell it immediately to pay off part of the judgment against him in the wrongful death case.
Did you ever have any run-ins with Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav. Is he still alive?
Barely.
And that's what's going to be the toughest part for O.J.
Does he still wear the clock?
Oh, yeah, he's still
totally,
a clock guy.
Yeah.
Brigitte, he was with,
Public Enemy?
Flavor Flav.
Did you meet
One
him
of a
ever?
kind.
In the 80s?
He still won the goggles or whatever you call them.
Totally.
Super fly glasses.
However you remember Flavor Flav hasn't changed.
I remember him on the show. I guess he was on the reality show, right?
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love. That's what I think I saw him a couple times.
It was Bridget Nielsen.
Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah.
How confused was he?
Yeah.
Right.
That
She was,
a
too.
strange sexual combination.
Yeah.
Like she's 6 feet tall and he's like 2 feet tall, right?
Yeah, similar to us. I feel like if you're OJ, man, you know you're like, what? Your life has taken a very weird turn where you're like, hang on, I got to talk to Flavor Flav about something important.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if in the 80s or the early 90s someone was like, one of these guys will be getting out of jail for stealing sports memorabilia, and it's not Flavor Flav. You know?
Darryl, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having us.
Great guest.
I appreciate it.
We got Liz Gonzalez on the list coming up next. Stick around. We're back with Liz Gonzalez and the list.
What
Liz,
up?
you have a good weekend last weekend?
I did. I feel like I'm actually a part of the inner circle of comedians because I went to see a comedy show.
Who'd you see?
That counts. Colin Jost at Caroline's.
Oh, I love Colin.
Wait, you went to Caroline's? When did you go? I was there Sunday, Liz. You went to go see a famous person, not your friend?
That was not intentional.
You know?
In any way, shape, or form.
It's fine. I didn't even want you there, honestly. So whatever.
But I get to see you today, so
That's true.
That's why I just feel like it would have been too much.
Overload. It would have been overload. Okay, I get
Stav's
it.
got a lot of other dates. I'm sure you'll make it out.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I'll be the next one. I'll be there.
Okay.
Well, today we're talking about goofiest injuries. Obviously, players get injured on the field all the time. And let's kick things off with Nate Burleson. This is probably my favorite one on the list because the guy crashed his car into a median in an effort to save a pizza that was falling out of the front seat. This is a guy who has his priorities straight.
Yeah, I love that. Any pizza-related injury, I respect so much. You know, I've had tons throughout my life. They're mostly the roof of my mouth. You know, it's just
The
too
cheeks
impatient.
can be very hot, yeah.
Yeah, but I play through the pain. You know, I'm never on the DL for a roof of the mouth burn.
He should be the spokesperson for Papa John's, not Peyton. This is a real guy who'll do anything for pizza.
You know, Peyton Manning's not eating Papa John's. You just know.
Yeah.
Next up, do you guys remember Guitar Hero? That was like really it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
what, 7-8 years ago? Well,
Yeah.
Joel Sumaya definitely remembers the game because he was apparently so addicted to the video game that he missed 3 games in the ALCS because his forearm and wrists were inflamed from playing the video game. Sure, it was from the toy guitar.
It's not even a baseball video game. It was a different video game. That's
Like,
so
I don't even feel
embarrassing.
like that motion. I mean, I obviously
No.
don't know how to play a guitar, but
Yeah, what's he say to his coach? He's like, you got injured playing Guitar Hero? He's like, yeah, but you should hear me play Detroit Rock City. I got it down.
the only thing that could keep Sammy Sosa off the field besides being clean was apparently sneezing. He sneezed so hard once that he tore a ligament in his back, and that's a real thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know what happened? He actually was out for 2 weeks once after eating Chipotle.
And last but not least, we're going to do a couple here of Stephen Tulloch and Lamar Houston. So Stephen Tulloch played 131 consecutive games, and then he decided to mock Aaron Rodgers' discount double check, and he tore his ACL. Less than a month later, Lamar Houston sacked Jimmy Garoppolo. Not even Tom Brady, but Jimmy Garoppolo went to celebrate, and yep, he also tore his ACL. What's that they say about karma?
You can get injured celebrating. You know, I once tore an Achilles at an ex-girlfriend's funeral.
She's gone and she's still getting you.
That's why you got to stretch before wakes.